Hi everyone, and welcome to Gwyn Collects. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about some hacks that I have found to get the best possible prices for figures. So not only figure price, but also shipping price, because I know a lot of us right now are dealing with incredibly expensive shipping options. Especially us in Canada here. We have been forgotten by Japan. We no longer have EMS, so I've just resigned myself to the fact that it's never coming back. They just completely forgot about us. They don't think we need EMS. Apparently we don't. Those DHL prices may say otherwise, but we're just living with them right now. So I thought I would make this video to give you all some of my best top secret hacks so that you can save money on your anime figures. And these hacks can save you a lot of money. I have saved so much money by doing these things. So my plan for this video is I'm going to introduce my favorite shops to buy from and a few pros of those shops and why I buy from those shops. And then I'll get into the hacks for each shop after that. So I'll put timestamps. I'll give you kind of a snippet of each shop, why I like the shop, introduce all of them. I think I have 5 that I want to talk about, and then I'll talk about hacks for each of them to get better prices. So yeah, let's get into introducing the shops I'm going to talk about today. Okay, so the first shop I want to talk about is one you probably all know, but I want to mention it, and there are a few things about this website that people don't know, and that surprises me because we all use this site quite a bit, and that site is Amiami. Amiami is probably the biggest site for figure collectors, I'd say. I think most of us have used it at some point or another. Most of us use it as our main site to purchase figures from. I used to use it as my main site. I use a different website now that I will tell you about next, but I really love Amiami. I think they are one of the best figure sellers. A few pros about Amiami that I really like, and one reason I use them a ton, is they get everything. They stock Alter, they stock Flare, they stock literally all of the brands, GoodSmile company, Kotobukiya, a bunch of Chinese brands as well, which is awesome, My Ethos, everything. They don't stock Aniplex. That is one thing that they do not stock at Amiami, but that's literally it. I really love the selection that Amiami has. I think they have the best selection of figures of any website ever. And they also give a lot of shipping options, and I know they don't quote you shipping at checkout, which is a con. It'd be really nice to know their shipping estimates at checkout, even if that's not the done deal price. But they do give you a lot of options if those options exist to your country. So in Canada here, our only shipping option is DHL, and I will tell you guys how to get better DHL prices soon. But if you live somewhere that has surface shipping, air parcel, EMS, DHL, they will give you all those options, and when you get your invoice, after you've placed your pre-order, you wait however many months, and then they send you your invoice and they quote you the shipping. Once you actually enter the payment page, they'll show you the different shipping options and how much those will cost. So you'll get to see kind of a breakdown of prices, and often if you have surface shipping, you can select that and save a ton of money that way, which is really nice. So the second shop I want to talk about is Amazon Japan, which is quickly becoming my favorite site to use. They are just the best for prices, I think, across the board. They get tons of different figures. And their prices are great, especially including shipping. I really enjoy using Amazon Japan, and as long as the item says sold by and ships from amazon.co.jp, you are guaranteed an authentic item. There are plenty of reasons to use them, and once I get into the hacks, you will see why I love using them so much, even if it takes a bit of learning. So I'm going to take the learning by trial and error out for you guys and tell you my experiences on how to get the best prices on Amazon Japan, so you're welcome. I'm gonna give you all the hacks coming up. But yeah, I really love using Amazon Japan. It's just a great site overall, and I think their prices are just super good. The next shop that I'm gonna be talking about is one that's kind of more of a niche shop, but that is the Native online shop. I want to talk about it today because it is most definitely the best place to buy Native figures. There aren't really any hacks for this one. I just wanted to mention it because it is truly the cheapest way you're going to get these figures. Pretty much all of Native's figures go up on the aftermarket, especially Binding Bunnies. So their prices on the native shop, and then also the shipping costs on native, are just the best. I have a few things I'll talk about in the video later on, but I quite like using native. And similarly to native, the fourth shop I want to talk about is GoodSmile International. So not GoodSmile US, but GoodSmile International. I know a lot of people, this is their go-to because they offer 2,000 yen flat rate shipping on every order, which is fantastic. I think that is very, very good price. Like, you're not gonna get shipping like that. Like, on like crazy figures too. Like, I have the Ghost Bride ordered, and the shipping on her is 2,000 yen, which is just crazy. That's like $20. Absolutely absurd. So I'm going to talk a little bit about GoodSmile International as well today. And finally, I want to mention one site that I just recently started using, but I think it's a really, really good option for those of us that don't typically use Superbuy and Taobao to purchase Chinese figures, and honestly just like figures in general, and that is Akimomo. I was told by not just Australian friends on Discord and stuff, but just like a lot of people, that Akimomo's a great site to use. I have placed my first pre-order on there recently. It is the Billy 22 and 33 cosplaying as Rei and Asuka, but yeah, I've heard really good things. I think their prices are actually great, and their shipping to Canada is really, really good, especially when we can take advantage of the Australian dollar to CAD exchange rate. That is also very nice. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Akimomo as well. Okay, now that you've got your introductions to the shops I'm going to talk about, let's get into my hacks to get the best prices possible on each of these websites. So for Amiami, I have a few things that I've found have really worked for me. My advice is going to differ a little bit based on where you're from in the world, but I think most of this can apply to anyone, and you can really tailor my tips to your preferred buying style. Now, how I place my orders on Amiami, and this is kind of the hack I'm going to talk about, is I place all of my pre-orders separately. So every figure that I order on Amiami, I place its order on its own. I don't bundle anything, for the most part. I don't bundle anything. Everything is on its own. And I place all of the orders for individual items. And then when it gets close to the release month or release dates start getting announced for items, I start to think about like, how can I combine these items to get the best shipping price? And you don't even have to do this math yourself, because Amiami has a very nifty tool that not everyone knows about, shockingly, but it is their live chat. So my number one hack for Amiami is use the live chat. I use the live chat so much. I swear they probably see my like username and they're like, oh my god, this girl again. This girl. Amiami is the best. Their live chat is so good. I love their live chat. You can look up the hours of their live chat on their website. I'll put them up on the screen. I think it's like 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Japan time, so you can convert that to your time and see when you can use their live chat, and it's Monday through Saturday. I absolutely love their live chat. How you get to it, I'll put it on the screen as well, me like going onto their live chat. But I absolutely love using their live chat. It is amazing. The people are super, super helpful on there. It's in English, so you don't need to know Japanese or anything to use their live chat. I think they also have a Korean live chat, so if you speak Korean, sometimes the Korean live chat operators will be on at a different time than the English ones, so you could, if you speak Korean, you could also use the Korean version. But yeah, I really, really like using their live chat. I use their live chat for figures that I'm gonna like pick up in stock. So you can even go, so you copy, oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. I'm just very excited about telling you guys about this. So if you want to know, say, shipping for a figure before you place the order, and it's an in-stock figure, you can go onto that figure's page on Amiami, and there will be like an item code, and it'll be like figure dash blah, 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 blah. You can copy that, and then you just go into their live chat and you say, hi there, how much would it cost to ship, insert figure dash blah, 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 to Canada, in my case, or to the United States, or to England, or to wherever. And they will answer and they'll tell you the price. They can just estimate it right up there, and they'll tell you how much it'll cost to ship. And then you know, without having to place the order, that is how much shipping will cost for that in-stock item. So I do this a lot. I do it for pre-owned items, I do it for in-stock items, and then you can also do it for your pre-orders if your pre-orders are like in stock. So if it's listed as in stock when you visit your pre-order page on Amiami, if it says in stock, that means they actually have the figure, and most of the time. I've had it happen a few times where I'm too quick. I like see the in stock and I like message the live chat too fast. But they should have the measurements of the box if it says in stock. So what you can do is you can go into the live chat and you could say like, I have this order number, this order number, this order number. What is the most cost-effective way to combine these orders? And then they can help you work out the most cost-effective method for shipping things. For example, I recently, if you watch, I'll link the video above, but I got a sitting binding bunny. I got the Mary by My Ethos. I got the Ino figure from Kaguya-sama, and I got the three packs of these like riser stands for my figures that GoodSmile made, right? Those were my pre-orders, I think in like, I don't know, they were pre-orders in like July or August, I think, whenever that video went up. And I had them all placed in separate orders, and then I went on the live chat and I was like, can you combine, like, how much would it cost to combine these items? So I asked how much to combine my bunny, Mary, Ino, and the 3 packs of the stands. And they told me that it was going to cost me 26,000 yen, I believe, is what they told me. And I was like, damn, okay. And then what I did on the live chat is I was like, okay, what if I ship like Mary and the bunny? And they were like, okay, it'll cost, I think it was 16,000 yen for the 2 of them. And then if I shipped Ino separate, like, so they gave me the cost, like if you ship Ino separate, she's like 4,000 yen and them together is 16,000 yen. And then I said, like, is it possible to fit them all in a smaller box? And they actually said yes. And they were actually able to fit everything that they had quoted me 26,000 yen for into the 16,000 yen box. So it literally saved me $100 in shipping just to ask in the live chat and be like, hey, does it fit? And I've actually seen people have success too. If you get a shipping quote from Amiami and you think it is absolutely outrageous, go to the live chat and say, is it possible to fit this in a smaller box? And sometimes they will say it actually is possible. And then there's just less padding in the box. And it can save you tons of money. Like, especially if you're going from, if you only have DHL as an option and you're going from the 26,000 yen, I think it's 28,000 yen now after the price increase, to the like 17,000 yen box. That's a huge that is $100 price difference that you could be saving $100 just by asking in the live chat. So please, I'm begging you all, use the live chat. I have saved so much money by just asking, can you fit it in a smaller box? Or how can I put my figures together to get a better price? Now, if you're in the US or somewhere that has surface shipping, I think surface is pretty good where you can just chuck everything in one big box and then surface ship it for like $50. So this might not be as helpful for you, but if you don't like surface shipping, but you still want to try and be as economic as possible. Like, I personally don't like surface shipping all that much because I'm very impatient. So I'll probably, even if surface shipping ever comes back to Canada, I'll probably still use this method to figure out like the cheapest like EMS or DHL ways to package my goods to get them here as quick as possible for the best price. So yeah, that's my definite number 1 hack for Amiami. My number 2 hack is that on Amiami, you can place pre-orders after the pre-order window has closed on a lot of websites if you just add the figures to your bookmarks. So say there's a figure that went up for pre-order, pre-orders are now closed on Amiami, pre-orders are closed everywhere else, and I don't know how to pre-order this figure, but I really, really want to get it. What you can do is you can add that figure to your bookmarks, and then you check, I think it's around like 1 or 2 a.m. Mountain Time. I haven't been tracking anything recently to pre-order, but I think it was typically around 1 to 2 a.m. Mountain Time that they would have, they would update all of their pre-orders. So if people cancel their pre-orders, they'll reopen a slot and then you can steal that slot. So that is one way to get a pre-order, which can save you money instead of waiting till release. That is one way you can get pre-orders that have closed everywhere else on Amiami. So that is another really, really nice hack on Amiami if you weren't aware of that, which I think most people are, but if you weren't aware, you can do that. Okay, I think I rambled on long enough about Amiami, and now I'm gonna ramble probably even longer about Amazon Japan. Because Amazon Japan, you guys, it takes some learning. So I'm gonna try and answer every question I've ever gotten about using Amazon Japan in this video to help you guys get the best prices. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my number 1 piece of advice and hack for Amazon Japan. So one thing I really, really love about Amazon Japan is they include taxes at checkout. So if you come from a country like Canada, anywhere in Europe, essentially, you are going to have to pay duties, custom VAT, whatever it is called in your country. You're going to have to pay that when your figure enters your country. You lucky American collectors, you don't have to pay that stuff. But us, in these other countries, we do. So one really, really nice perk about Amazon Japan is it includes it all in the price. So you pay nothing after it ships. You don't have to pay anything else. It's all included in the pre-order price of the figure, or in the in-stock price. Like whatever the price is listed when you press checkout, that is the total amount you will be paying for the figure, which is really, really nice. And it's not like that on Amiami. Additionally, they have, I would say, the best shipping prices outside of GoodSmile International Shop. But the GoodSmile International Shop is like 2,000 yen flat rate, and they only sell GoodSmile and the GoodSmile brands on the GoodSmile site. So if you want something that's not part of those brands, say like SkyTube or something, Amazon Japan is probably, well, it is, in my opinion, the best alternative with the best shipping prices. The other thing is the shipping price is actually quoted right at checkout, so you know what you're paying, period. The other really, really nice thing about Amazon Japan is they don't charge you until release, just like Amiami, but this is the biggest life hack. Oh my god. When I learned about this, I saw this in a comment on my figure collection, and I wish I would have written down who said it, because I want to thank you with every fragment of my being. Thank you so much for leaving this comment, because I never would have thought of this without you, person that left this comment. But I have been using this hack so much recently with the low yen, to take advantage of the low yen. So on Amazon Japan, you don't pay your pre-orders until the item ships. But you can buy Amazon Japan gift cards and use them to pay for your figures. So if you want to pay up front, well, the yen is low, which is what I've been doing recently, you can just buy Amazon gift cards and apply them to your pre-orders that you've already made. You don't have to apply them, like you can apply them at any time to your pre-orders. Amazing. So you either don't have to pay, or you can pay in Amazon gift cards. Literally perfect. They have to be Amazon Japan gift cards, I think. Actually, you could probably convert Amazon whatever gift cards from your currency. I haven't tried that, but I'm sure that's possible. But I buy Amazon Japan gift cards specifically, and then I just use them to pay off my figures. And you can load them with whatever amount of money you want. So like every time I get a paycheck, I typically just buy like a 20,000 yen or a 40,000 yen Amazon Japan gift card, and then I just apply it to a couple pre-orders that month, and then I don't have to worry, because like they're paid off. One disadvantage of this is if you end up not liking your figure, and you can return it to Amazon Japan. They will take returns. If you don't like your figure, they'll let you return it. Obviously, you have to pay return shipping, and then they reimburse you and whatever, but you can return items. You'll get your money back in a gift card, which for me is not a problem, because I use Amazon Japan so much that like I don't care if my money is trapped in their system, because I will use gift cards in their system, even if it got like refunded to a gift card or something. I don't really care. But yeah, really, really, really nice that you can use gift cards to pay off your orders if you want to. And you can buy these gift cards at any time. I have found, though, from experience, you can only apply the gift cards to your orders on the desktop site for whatever reason. You can't do it on the mobile site. I haven't figured out a way to do it on the mobile version of Amazon Japan, but you can apply them to your orders that you already made on the website. So don't know why, but that's how it is. My next hack is how to get the best shipping prices on Amazon Japan. So there's a few hacks here that kind of all go together to get you the best prices. So the first thing is I typically wait about a week after a figure goes up for pre-order. So on Amazon Japan, you can cancel figures up until a certain date. So they'll have a date where after that you can't cancel your figures anymore, which can be a disadvantage if you are kind of wishy-washy on your orders and you like to cancel sometimes. That may be a disadvantage for you. But as long as you're confident in your orders, I think Amazon Japan is the best choice for placing orders, to be honest. So I typically wait a week before I actually order the figures. Or I'll just place the order right when the figure goes up on Amazon Japan, and then if the shipping price goes down in a week or two, I'll just cancel the one I already ordered and then place a new order. They have a price match guarantee, and this is very unclear on their end, which is silly to me. But I want to explain this to all of you because I've had a lot of questions about this. So they have a pre-order price guarantee on Amazon Japan, where if you place an order on a figure and the figure's price goes down, anytime between when you placed your order and when the figure comes out, they will charge you the minimum price. So if it goes down and then comes back up, they'll charge you the lowest price it ever hit between the day you ordered it and the day it comes out, which is awesome. But Amazon Japan often puts figures up for pre-order with like higher shipping prices. So they'll say like put a freeing bunny up with 10,000 yen shipping. And then a week later, you'll check back on that figure's page, the bunny's page, and the shipping will now be 4,000 yen. So then you would think, because it has the pre-order price guarantee, they would adjust the figure's price because the shipping went from 10,000 yen to 4,000 yen. But they don't do the pre-order price guarantee on the shipping price. So you will have to cancel your order and then replace your order and get the new shipping price. Or I've heard you can just change your address and then change it back as well, is another option. So you don't have to cancel the order. You can just change your address in Amazon Japan and then change it back to your old address. I haven't tested this myself, but I've heard that works, and that will refresh the shipping price on the item. So either wait a week or 2 weeks if you think the shipping price is too high right off the bat for a figure, and it will likely come down, or you can place the order when it comes out and then either cancel the order and replace it if the shipping price goes down, or change your address and change it back, and you'll get the updated shipping price. So I hope that answers, I hope that's clear. I hope I explained that well. I don't know if I explained that well, but basically Amazon Japan kind of fluctuates with their shipping price a little bit. The other thing is their shipping price for pre-orders is typically quite a bit lower than their shipping price for in-stock figures. So I've seen standing bunnies have a pre-order shipping price of about 3,000 yen on Amazon Japan, which is like crazy low. And then at release, that same figure will have a shipping price of like 8,000 yen. And at release, they won't change the price of the figure shipping. Like it won't go up and down. Because then they know the size of the box once it's released, so the shipping price is set in stone. And it's typically higher than what they had quoted for the pre-orders. So anyway, I hope that makes sense to you all, how to get the best shipping price on Amazon Japan. But now I'm going to tell you how to get an even better shipping price on Amazon Japan. So Amazon Japan lets you place a bunch of items in one order. So when you're pre-ordering things, you can actually add like a bunch of different figures. So like a bunch of pre-orders coming out in any month you want. You can put in-stock items, you can put figure pre-orders, you can put vinyl records, you can put literally anything in your cart. Any release date, if it's in stock, if it's pre-order, any of it can all go in one cart together. You click the like order button, and then you'll be able to see your cart. So one thing I found sometimes with pre-order items is there will only be a button that says like pre-order now. So you'll click it and it'll take you like right to checkout without seeing your cart. What you can do if you do that, you click pre-order now, it takes you to your cart. Just click the back arrow and you'll go back to Amazon Japan and it will have the pre-order in your cart. But then you can add other pre-orders to your cart, you can add in-stock items to your cart, and they'll all get populated in there. So yeah, if it ever takes you directly to the checkout instead of showing you your whole cart, you just hit the back arrow and then the item will still be in your cart, but now you can add more things to your cart. It's really unintuitive and weird, but you can do it that way. That's how I do it. But you'll see once you add all the items to your cart that you'll get one shipping price quoted at checkout, and it's typically less than if you had ordered all the items separately and added up their shipping prices that Amazon Japan quoted. So for example, say I want to pre-order like a bunny, a scale figure, a Nendoroid, a record. They'll all have like, so say the Nendoroid has like 2,000 yen shipping, the record has 2,000 yen shipping quoted, the bunny has like 8,000 yen shipping, and the scale figure has 4,000 yen shipping. All of these. When you add all of them to your cart, some of them are in stock, some of them are pre-orders, doesn't matter. You add them all to your cart, you click the checkout button, and the shipping will be say like 8,000 yen for all of those items. Whereas like just the bunny alone would be 8,000 yen on its own. So you can save a ton in shipping this way. And Amazon Japan actually sends the items as they come out. So even if you place them all in one order and say one of those items is currently in stock, one of those items comes out in December of this year, and one of those items comes out in August of next year, they'll ship the in-stock item now, they'll ship the pre-order in December, and they'll ship the other one in August of next year. So you pay one shipping price, but they will just divide that shipping price up by all of the items in your order and ship them out whenever. Which is literally the biggest money saver. You guys do not understand how much money I've saved using this hack. You need to use this hack. You will save so much money. So much money. And a really smart thing to do is if there's a lot of pre-orders you want to make, just wait a little bit. As long as you aren't worried about the things selling out, you can wait a little bit, add them all to your Amazon cart, and then order them all together, save on that shipping, and all those items will come out different months. Doesn't matter. They'll ship them out when they release, and you're good to go. The other thing I love about Amazon Japan is you put your credit card in there. I don't think they take PayPal, but you put your credit card in there, and they just charge you and ship your item. There's no invoicing. There's nothing. They just charge you. Yeah. But the only downside is, again, the lack of cancellations. But I feel like the amount of money I have saved using Amazon Japan and the combined shipping hack that I just told you guys, that like the amount I've saved makes up for any figures that I had second guesses about and decided that I didn't maybe want them, but I couldn't cancel them. Like, I've saved so much money, it's ridiculous. So please use this hack. I love it, especially Canadians here. Amazon Japan is my go-to for bunny figures because the taxes are included, it ships out immediately. It's fantastic. I love Amazon Japan so much. I could rant about them all day. I love them so much. They are perfect. Just a wonderful, wonderful place to buy figures. Now, for the next 3 shops, I don't really have as much hack-wise, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about why I like using these sites to get the best prices possible for the figures that these sites serve. So the first one is the Native Online Shop. I know the Native Online Shop doesn't ship to a lot of countries. I think they maybe ship to 10 countries around the world. I'll put them on the screen, the ones that it does ship to. But if you're looking to get native figures, this is by far the cheapest way, especially for Canadians, because they have a flat rate shipping fee that you pay. And it's different for bunnies and like scale figures, but I think for bunnies it's like 4,300 yen or 5,300 yen. And then scales are a little bit less, 3,000 yen maybe for scales to Canada. You can look up all of their shipping prices on their website. And you pay that upfront, like you pre-order that upfront, so it's figure price plus shipping. You know what it's going to cost. You put your credit card in, they charge you at release, and then they ship out your item. It's definitely the cheapest way to get native figures as long as you pre-order by the pre-order deadline. If you don't pre-order by the pre-order deadline, though, you're kind of out of luck. They close those pre-orders. You cannot get that figure off native anymore. So there's that. But I've definitely saved a lot of money not aftermarket hunting native figures because they never do re-releases. So I would really recommend using the Native Online Shop if you would like native or binding or any of the figure, Rocket Boy, etc. Any of those figures, I would say pre-order them on there if you want to get the best price. The other thing I wanted to tell all of my Canadian viewers, and I did kind of an experiment for this video. I can't guarantee that this is going to be the case all the time, but I am quite sure that the Native Online Shop and the GoodSmile International Shop have now switched to UPS shipping to at least Canada and I think the US as well. Recently, my Mauve figure came out by Native. They used to only ship EMS, so they would hold your order until EMS returned to your country. But they immediately shipped out Mauve by UPS when she came out. And I'll talk about this a little bit more with my GoodSmile International that I'm going to talk about next. But I recently ordered the 2020 Miku, Racing Miku, in stock on GoodSmile International, and they shipped it out about 2 days later via UPS as well. So I think for my Canadian peeps, they are actually shipping out our orders. I don't know about your old pre-orders that are like stuck in their warehouses. I've heard those haven't moved yet, but any new orders or new pre-orders that are releasing from now on, I think are coming via UPS. So don't quote me on it. It could just be they're trying to clear out their warehouse and they're shipping things UPS right now, but I have noticed they have been shipping out UPS, and Native actually recently lowered all of their shipping prices because I think they switched to UPS. So yeah, really, really good news for us because otherwise our packages for Canadians were just sitting in limbo, but now they are shipping UPS. So that's a really nice thing, and it makes it even more of a reason to buy from Native because the shipping is so affordable and it's really good UPS shipping. So yeah, definitely order from the Native Online Shop. And like I said, there is GoodSmile International, which is a great site and has that 2,000 yen flat rate shipping, which is now 2,000 yen UPS shipping, which gets here in like 1 day, which is crazy. I really, really like GoodSmile International. I think their prices are pretty good, although they never have pre-order discounts. So Amiami will have discounts on their pre-orders, which brings the price of the figure down quite a bit. Usually even I've seen like $50, $60, $80 off a figure using the Amiami discount. Which the GoodSmile International Shop does not have. So you should always compare prices and like factor in potential shipping, especially if you're comparing like Amazon Japan versus GoodSmile International. You know what? This is another hack. When you're looking for the best price, especially for like freeing bunnies, for instance, GoodSmile Online Shop will never have a discount on the item. So say, for example, a bunny is 30,000 yen. It'll be 30,000 yen on GoodSmile International plus 2,000 yen shipping, 32,000 yen. But say on Amazon Japan, you have a bunny that is 30,000 yen, but then they do a little discount. They factor in your country's tax and whatever, and they they give you, I don't know, a little bit more for shipping. So say the bunny, after factoring in your country's tax and adding a little bit of a discount off the price of 30,000, say the bunny's 26,000. And then they say, okay, and shipping is 6,000 yen from Amazon JP. You can see the shipping is 6,000 yen. So that also equals 32,000 yen. So you can compare GoodSmile and Amazon that way. So you can like add up the shipping GoodSmile, look for the discounts and the shipping price on Amazon JP, and compare and contrast to see which one you like better. Amazon JP, again, you can combine it with other things to bring the shipping cost down. I've been able to get my Amazon JP pre-orders to actually be less than GoodSmile's pre-orders with the 2,000 yen shipping. So it's all a numbers game. You just have to do the math, see what works best for you, see what works best for you in your country, kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, GoodSmile International is really good with that 2,000 yen shipping. They don't allow cancellations either, and if you miss the pre-order deadline, you're kind of out of luck. I say they don't allow cancellations, but I have been able to cancel figures on GoodSmile International, so there's that. I actually pre-ordered the Revy Bunny through GoodSmile International originally, and then decided to cancel it and order through Amazon JP instead, and they did let me cancel it. So I don't know if that's a common thing, but they have let me cancel figures on GoodSmile International before. And the final shop I want to talk about is Akimomo. Now again, I have personally not received the figure that I've pre-ordered from this site, but I have heard so many good reviews that I feel like it is a trustworthy enough site to use. But I'll say this especially for like Canadians and Americans, paying in Australian dollars is really nice. You get a pretty good discount. It's not quite as low as the yen right now, but Australian dollars are also pretty low. So rip Australians, I'm sorry you guys, I'm sorry your dollar is weak. But it is nice for us that can take advantage of the weak dollar. So, but if you are Australian, I think you get free shipping within Australia from Akimomo, which is fantastic. That is so nice. But anyway, I recently pre-ordered that Billy figure, and it was 350 Canadian for the figure, plus 70 Canadian shipping. So shipping cost $70, and then I paid the deposit for the figures. So I didn't even have to pay the full amount. I think I ended up paying $120 for the figure, and then I'll pay the rest upon release. But honestly, I didn't think that was bad at all. $70 for shipping for like this duo figure, I feel like is a very reasonable price to Canada. And we do have EMS from Australia to Canada, just not Japan. So, so yeah, they ship via EMS, I believe. So that's really nice. I have heard too, I think that you can, don't quote me on this, maybe people who are more familiar with Akimomo can speak to the truth of this in the comments below, but I have heard that while you do have to pay deposits for figures on Akimomo, if you no longer want that figure, I think you can transfer your deposit to a different figure. So like say you want to cancel your pre-order, you can transfer your deposit, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of people doing that. So that might be something nice as well. Yeah. They also give really flexible payment plans, which I think is really nice. You can look on their website and they have tons of different payment plans. They let you pay in full with PayPal. They let you pay a deposit. You can pay all of it up front. They really give you like total flexibility in how you pay on Akimomo, which I think is really nice. I really like that. And they get a lot of those China exclusive figures that you would have to use Superbuy or some other agent to buy from China, which is totally fine, and you can save a little bit of money ordering via Taobao. But as a Canadian, I've never found that you really save that much money ordering on Taobao versus ordering on, say, like Akimomo, because of the shipping from China being really expensive to Canada. So just beware of that. If you're ordering from Taobao, I've heard some horror stories of like incredibly expensive shipping from China to Canada. So I really like that sites like Akimomo just tell you up front, it will cost this much Canadian to ship this item, period. I appreciate that. I love knowing how much shipping is going to cost when I place my order. So I think it's a really great way to save a little bit of money and get those China exclusive figures. Sugo Toys is another site that I have used and gotten figures from, but I've heard some bad things. I've personally had good experiences with them, but yeah, I've heard some wishy-washy things, and Akimomo's prices are lower than Zuko toys. So yeah, but these Australian retailers are awesome. I think especially if you live in Canada or Australia, they're a really, really, really good option to get figures for less. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it was a very talkative video. I know I threw a lot of information at you, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. Hopefully I made everything clear. I didn't know how to structure this video, so hopefully the structure of this video made sense, where I like introduced the shops I was going to talk about and then gave the hacks for the shops. I don't know if that was the best way to do it, but I don't know. It was tough to organize this video in my mind because there was so much information I wanted to give. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a how to buy anime figures video again very soon, but I felt like all of these hacks would just like overwhelm that video, so I wanted to put them in their own video. And then when I make that video, talk a lot more about the pros and cons of each website that I use and not give as many of these like hacks away. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you're able to get some better shipping prices. I feel like at this point with my almost 200 figure strong collection, I've learned a thing or two when it comes to shipping. So yeah, I hope you all learned a thing or two as well. And please let me know any hacks you guys have to get better prices in the comments down below. I also wanted to give a huge thanks to my Chica tier patrons on my Patreon, Retro Richie, Styrak, Ari, and Luca. Your support means so much to me. So yeah, I guess I will see you all next time. Bye!